What's going on, guys? Winter Kills here, and we are back with another rendition of the top replays and highlights, the highlight reel. I've got a ton of replays as per usual, of a wide variety. A good friend of mine actually submitted a bunch of replays of his own with testing with friends. I've also got a few replays of mine playing Earth BA, which is the deck that I'm like putting like all of my competitive focus into right now because I think that deck has a ton of potential. But that's besides the fact. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and get into this video. If you want to be able to submit replays of your own, all you got to do is subscribe to my Twitch channel and also be in the Discord. Twitch subscribers in the Discord have access to the replay submission channel. So if you want to help support the channel and have a chance to be featured in the series, that's how you do it. Also, real quick shout out to Imperium Duelist. If you guys are looking for any playmat, sleeves, dice, etc., check out the link to their website down below and use that discount code to save 10% off your entire order. Also, if you're buying anything off TCG Player, don't forget to use my affiliate link to help support me and the channel in the process. So the first replay I want to look at is good old BA vs Thunder Smack. Why is it called that? Because, well, we put this smack down on Thunder. Now, this was I've been changing in and out cards, just cycling through all the different options I wanted to play in BA, even though I think I have it figured out which card I would want to run in like a final build if I were to take it to a tournament. I want to still cycle through options just so I can get the most value out of testing all of said options. Playing Gilasaurus here, which like it seems like the best card, but it still has a downside of like, oh, here we go, I get a free summon, but what's this? He chained his Thunder Dragon Dark. Oh, he gets a free monster, which it doesn't make too big of a difference in this situation, but in some situations it could just literally be a useless card where I would not want to play it whatsoever and risk giving my opponent, you know, a free Monster Reborn on my turn. That could just prove to be very, very bad. So linking into IP Masquerena here, doing the standard BA combo, summoning back Dante off of Seer, making Avermax with the IP so it can't be destroyed by card effects, going for Beatrice and summoning out Block Dragon with 2 cards left in hand. Still a very strong board. He's going to normal summon the Red Eyes Blackstone of Legend, summon out that Red Eyes Flare Dragon, and then just go into Diabolos as well. He decides to Ghost Ogre the Beatrice, which is rather questionable because you know that purple Dante is coming out at this point. Add back the Farfa, so we have extra disruption with the purple Dante. He's going to go for Titan now with the Fusion. Goes to battle phase, realizing he's not going to be able to get over Avermax, and he can't get over Max anyways because of the fact that it can't be destroyed by card effects either. Even though Titan doesn't target, it just has immunity to destruction right now. And we're going to go completely off here into Borosort, summon out this Block Dragon, or not this Block Dragon, but go for Rock Spirit and Gigantes here. And we're going to just push for game right now. And that is going to be it. So it is quite the smackdown right there. Could have made a rank 4 afterwards to follow up if need be. Something like Dweller or Gallant Granite, Tornado Dragon, depending on the matchup. Doesn't matter. That game was 100% over. I'll take a look at the next replay here, which is a two replay part replay here. We have game 1 and game 3 versus Orcust, and here I believe I go first. He's playing a going second build of Orcust with the Cyber Dragon Notcher and Shaddoll Fusion. A bit of a newer build of Orcust we're starting to see in the format, but I get started with the classic Gallus combos into Beatrice, going into Dante, and then detaching the Graph, milling the Seer, getting my normal combo going here. I'm just trying to mill more cards so I can see this Glow Up Bulb, so I can make Nat Beast, which I've since moved into the side deck, which makes more sense because Nat Beast isn't always the greatest against all the best matchups in the format right now. Block Dragon's going to add me 2. We go into Beatrice. Glow Up Bulb is going to summon itself out for Nat Beast, and we have Avermax, Beatrice, Dante, and a Nat Beast. And he's going to summon out Cyber Dragon Notcher. I have to chain on the reveal, or else I risk him contact fusing away my Avermax, which I do not want him doing. Unfortunately, he has to follow up at Armageddon Knight, which will get him into his Orcust plays very, very easily, dumping Wand to summon out Nightmare. Galatea is going to put back the Notcher to set that counter trap, going into Dingirsu. He'll send away the Nat Beast, making his Mind Control live, going into Longirsu, and passing. No Dingirsu there, interestingly enough, which is interesting. I could have shuffled back his, his Climax had he done that. So we're going to go into Tornado Dragon here immediately, try to force out the Climax by trying to clear the Babel. And we're going to summon out Sea Archiver. He's going to chain his Symbol Skeleton. And now he's going to use Longirsu, sending away the Avermax. And he's going to chain Galatea as well. And I'll just spin back whatever he put back onto his field. Hindsight, I should have probably put back the Babel so he can't play, you know, too much during my turn. But it doesn't make too big of a difference at this point. He's going to go into Dingirsu, send the Nightmare Unicorn, but I've got, luckily, the opportunity to remove 2 cards there by way of Unicorn and Farfa. He's going to go for the Gizmek Orochi, setting that Orchestrated Return back to clear his own Galatea, knowing that Longirsu is coming back next turn. I draw a Revival Golem per turn. We're going to put that back into our deck, crash the Block Dragon to search Fossil Dyna to force him out to do something right now, which I figured if he didn't, the game is literally over at that point by way of Fossil Dyna. But we're going to go into a quick rank 4 here and make Dweller, which is really going to change things up here. He's going to go for Mind Control, linking everything away into a Nightmare Unicorn of his own, shuffling back my Block Dragon, using Noxer to bring back Dingirsu, and start laying in for some real good damage here, dropping me down to 3k. That Noxer proving to be very versatile in this deck. I draw Drogheig for turn. I'm going to put the Fossil Dyna back to top deck into a Block Dragon. Going into the Nightmare Phoenix, discarding Drogheig. He's going to go ahead and chain everything he can right now. While that Babel is still up on the field, we're going to use Drogheig. He's going to attach a material with that Dingirsu. We're going to stack Skarm to the top of our deck. Stack another card, link into Borreload, summon out Block Dragon. Borreload's going to go ahead and steal his Dingirsu, run over that Nightmare Unicorn, and then run over the Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon. He still has this copy of the Gizmek. He top stacks Shaddoll Fusion, and presumably his Shaddoll Fusion targets have been banished because of so many Gizmeks, and the game will be over right then and there. A very grindy game. Very grindy game 1 between these 2 decks. Now we'll go ahead and take a look at game 3. I believe I lost game 2 to a very poor misplay on my part, but we'll go ahead and take a look at game 3. Again, this is us playing Orcust. I just tried to decide into a trap heavier build of Orcust, or not Orcust, BA, but I realize that just turns off my Sekka's Light, and that's just not something I want to do going forward. It was a good idea because while people might be siding in cards like Nibiru game 2, and I could side into a trap-heavy stun build to make their Nibirus dead and have a ton of traps to slow them down instead, that was sort of my philosophy there, but I'm since changing it up. So no longer siding traps like Judgment and stuff. But we're still going to be able to get into the Nat Beast thanks to Revival Golem and Glow Up Bulb. So any Nat Beast, Beatrice, and Avermax with the set Judgment, which is extremely powerful. You get started with Noxer. Again, I've got to burn Beatrice here. Clear that off the field so he cannot contact fuse. Normal's the Armageddon Knight. I've got the Solemn Judgment for that to completely shut that down. Again, Nat Beast turning off all the cards in his hand mostly. Going for the Sea Archiver off the Edge of Sabers and going to Dante. Dante milling a lot there. Barbar going to banish 2. We're going to try to swing in for a game. And he's got the Gizmek Orochi, but it's not going to be enough. We're going to swing in for 3k and 25. I think if he would have held the Gizmek to block, let the Block Dragon attack go through, then wait on it on the Avermax attack, he would have taken 3k less damage, and then I don't know if the next 25 would have been enough, but may or may not have been, so it doesn't matter too much. Still a pretty commanding game going in the way of the Orcust, or not Orcust deck, but the BA deck. Now here is a replay submitted by my friend. A couple of my friends here playing, actually. They're playing Mech Knight and playing a little bit of 60 card Necroz decks that I cover on the channel that you guys have seen quite frequently. So Mech Knight having to go first here, not opening up too well, just setting one with purple and, you know, resolving memory. So a pretty standard turn. He's going to start popping off here, going for Zaborg, at least going to try to. Dino-Miscus is going to banish it to clear that body off field. Make sure it can't tribute itself to potentially stop the effect coming through, but he does have the Seraphis as that additional layer of protection you get in 60 card Necroz. And since he did not tribute an original light monster, the Mech Knight player will get to decide which cards he sends, which is pivotal because he can keep his Morning Stars in the extra deck, going for Valk and Unicorn as his ending board here with 3 in hand. Chalice Slime for next turn. Top decking that copy of Waking the Dragon, which is very, very strong here. Since there is a Twin Twister in his opponent's hand, it can also act as a card to set additionally as a bluff, and if they clear it, you get a free plus off of it in a deck like this. So, discarding the DD Crow there and setting one and ending with Morning Star here. Still got to worry about Unicorn in this matchup a lot, because Unicorn is still very, very deadly. Even though you don't really care too much if Morningstar's turned off, it's still going to like take away one of the most defensive aspects of Mech Knight. Going to go into Daigusto Emerald now, recycling 2 Heralds and that shooting Quasar Dragon. End phase going for the purple. He's just going to keep trying to end phase and keep deck thinning to draw into some spells and traps that he can set. Because his extra deck is very low right now on resources, so he doesn't have the luxury to link off into a 1-link like Almirage or Link Spider, since they probably have been sent to the graveyard at this point. We're going to summon Brionac, end phase again, going for the Purple Nightfall to search the Avram, draws DD Crow for turn, passing it back to the Necroz player. Going to start with the Twin Twister, discarding Vanity's Ruler. There goes that Waking the Dragon, summoning out another Purple Nightfall from deck. Again, deck thinning and get more advantage here for free, basically. And resolving Pencil Plume, he's going to try to add back the Valk. He's going to DD Crow that, no problem. End phase, again, going for Purple Nightfall. Very grindy game here. Draws the Ash Blossom, but I believe if we look in Grave here, maybe his Almirage is gone. It isn't actually, but perhaps feeling as though the game is very much in control at this point. Doesn't need to normal summon the Ash. Instead, can hold it for a situation like this where the Talisman is going to try to activate and negate it to prevent him further from searching. He's going to have to discard here again off the Chalice Slime. He'll take another 25 since he was not able to Ritual Summon afterwards. Again, end phase purpling, and this is where we see the game just get completely sealed. The Kaiju clearing that zone so the Spectrum Scream can poke directly for 3k. Now that is some strategic waiting right there, if you ask me. Drawing that Kaiju is sort of a signal. At this point, I can go for a game by normaling the Avram and linking everything off into Spectrum Supreme and just sealing the deal. Now, this next replay I got here for you guys is the Salad Smack. We have Salamangreat versus the Necroz deck. Salamangreat's going to get started with the Foxy. Foxy's going to reveal. 3 does hit a Falco, and at the same time, I'm going to special summon Foul here, and linking off the Baylings into another Baylings. Just to get some additional protection in Grave. Not the most stellar opening here. Phantasme, pretty dead in this matchup, unfortunately, but Valor and the Ghost Bell, pretty good effects here to have. He's going to negate the cycle with the Bell, which is pretty strong. Going to go for Cyber Angel Ben 10, using that Inception to go ahead and get Candle out in the field, and he's going to be able to negate that with Valor. Normal summoning Dance Princess of the Necroz as well. Attacking into everything. He's going to use the Baylings to save the Foul, so we'll take a little less damage. Top decks a Ghost Bell for turn, but also has the Falco set up with all of the Foxy, so able to get a Sunlight Wolf out of it. But again, that Unicorn is still on the field. You can protect it with that Bailing, so we'll get another turn in his favor. There's Rage. You can go ahead and link into another copy. Now, Rage is huge here, because the Salamangreat player can turn off that Unicorn, which is huge. We'll see Trish go through here, unfortunately, but he can negate it with Ghost Bell, which is insane. So he will be able to not get Trish, because that would have been completely game-ending. Foxy coming back, again with Spinny, summoning out Gazelle here. We're seeing a massive comeback, going for Sunlight Wolf, spinning back that Trish off of the Mirage Delio. And again, classic Salamangreat plays being made here, adding back the Rage, summoning out Falco, normaling the Jack Jaguar for more damage here, hitting for 12, hitting for 18, and he can make a Dweller and set the Rage and pass. Now, Dweller doesn't do too much in Necroz's favor, but it will allow him to trigger the Gazelle on his turn, dumping that copy of Roar. Trish is going to try to go through here, and he's going to blow up 2 cards. He still will get Trish, which is really unfortunate, but it does not matter. The Necroz player has nothing else they can do for the rest of their turn, allowing Salamangreat to come back completely from the brink. That was actually a really incredible comeback there on the part of Salamangreat. Dweller not being used to really shut off any plays, rather than just to get that Gazelle on field and make some plays during his opponent's turn, which is really, really nice. Next here, the last replay I'll show you guys for this video is just titled OTK. We've got Unchained True Draco versus the Hero deck right now. Dumping that Malicious to the graveyard, going for Cross Guy to revive the Malicious, tributing it off to add Shadow Mist, again resolving Malicious once more. Fusion summoning for the Destiny hero Dangerous, going for the Wonder Driver. Dystopia is going to activate here to use the Celestial. Burn for some damage. Reset this back to his field. Use a Dusted Gold to go into Dread Decimator, which will make his Dystopia live instead of using that other hero monster that people used to make it live. And then using the Unchained Soul of Disaster to go into the Unchained Abomination with his Link 3 and just clearing everything. Just destroy, destroy, destroy. And the Unchained True Draco player will just be able to OTK like it's nobody else's business. Absolutely bonkers play right there. Had Monsterborn and Dark Calling in hand, sort of as follow-ups, but he just blew up literally everything. Just did not care what his opponent had. Just went off for a game. And then I'll show one more replay here. I'll show this one titled Omega Roll. This one is the Altergeist versus Thunder here. So Thunder getting started with Batteryman Solar and the Thunder Dragon Roar. Pretty solid turn if you ask me, going into Titan and double Titan Colossus, which is insane. Having Matrix in hand alongside Ash is a pretty good opening field. That Extravagance is going to be met with Ash. He's going to go into Malusik as a a way to out one of these cards. And he's going to have to set 2 and pass, setting double Crackdown, which is very interesting. Thunder Dragon Fusion is going to activate to go ahead and add a Thunder Dragon. Double Crackdown being activated here to take both of his his Titans. Very weird. Drawing another Crackdown. Going to go ahead and use another Malusik to send away that Colossus, linking off into Linkuriboh, all while setting that copy of the third Crackdown. Thunder Dragon adding for 2 more Thunder Dragons. Aloof Lupine being summoned here. It's a really good top deck going into the Wee Witch. Thunder Dragon Fusion going for that third copy of Titan. Pitching again to try to blow some things up. And a third Crackdown being activated here. What on earth is happening? Like, absolutely just triple Crackdown. Your monsters are my monsters now. That's got to be hilarious. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video. I decided to throw in an extra replay there. I'll show the BA deck profile real quick, since I believe that was the only deck that I played that I showed in the video. But that's the current list there if anybody's interested. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what your favorite replay was down in the comment section below. I'd love to see what you guys have to say. And yeah, hope you guys are enjoying these types of videos as per usual. Don't forget to check out Imperium Duelist and TCG Player. My affiliate links and my discount code down in the description below as to help support the channel. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, Winterkill signing out. We'll see you guys in the next one.